my next one might be some shock value. Go to wide receivers for this one and go to a lot of people's going to take one of these in the first round. I actually think Davante Adams finishes better than Jordy Nelson, finishes higher. The reason why I'm saying this is because Jordy is early 30s. Listen, he has a connection with Rodgers, and that would probably never go away. But he's got banged up in his life and in his career, and I just think Davante Adams is younger. Last year, he looked like he had that same connection that Jordy has.
He started to get it.
And had, 14 touchdowns last year. Was like 2 away from Jordy. It wouldn't surprise me if he scored more than Jordy. It really wouldn't. And honestly, I just think I'm going to go with the younger guy, and I'm going to go with the ceiling. The ceiling is the roof. You know, I'm not gonna rely on. I think Jordy's like early 30s. I think like 32, 33, somewhere around there. Yeah. Coming off of it, or not coming off of an ACL, but an ACL injury 2 years ago. I mean, who knows, man?
The number one fantasy wide receiver.
He did, absolutely did. I'm not taking anything away from Jordy. I'm not saying Jordy finishes out the top 10. I'm just saying that Davante is eventually going to end up being the guy there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't agree with it, but I think Davante Adams definitely started, and you can start to see the repertoire with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it definitely got better. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, we talked about this before, he's going to throw 40 touchdowns. It's dependent on who it's all going to go to. I mean, he's going to throw them. But my thing is, this doesn't happen unless Jordy gets hurt and misses a game. But he had not missed a game aside from the ACL. He's actually played through, everything else. So my thinking is, as long as Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball, he's going to just rely on Jordy, and Jordy's never really let him down. So that's the only reason I say no to that. I could see Davante Adams still being a top 15, top 10 wide receiver this year.
Well, see, another reason why I would go, I like it is because instead of spending a first or early second round pick on Jordy, you can wait until the mid rounds and get Davante Adams. Is probably going to get double digit.
I definitely think there's more value in Davante Adams than taking Jordy in the first round. I don't really agree with Jordy in the first round. Yeah. Not the biggest Jordy fan, just in my thinking, I know how well he likes. Jordy Nelson, and then how much Aaron Rodgers likes him. I don't see Davante finishing higher than him. Can it happen? Sure, but this is why it's bold statements. I don't fully agree with that one.
Listen, Ed, we're going to run this back at the end of the year, and I'm going to be right. I'm just telling you.
All right.
And then go back to quarterbacks a little bit, and my boy, the MVP of last year, if he wouldn't have got hurt, is Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr finishes as a top 5 fantasy quarterback. I think, as usual, the defense is not going to be good. And I just think they added even better weapons for him. I think Jared Cook at the tight end spot is a better upgrade, or an upgrade over Clive Warford. I think Marshawn, even if he ends up being not the same Marshawn, is better than Latavius Murray. And Rashard ended up taking a bigger step. I think Amari takes a bigger step, which is, we've been waiting for it. The kid's only 23 years old, so, it's going to come at some point. Mm-hmm. And then what you're getting out of Crabtree. You're going to get someone who's just reliable, and I think that's important for a young quarterback too. And then Washington too. I think Washington takes a step just like Rashard. I think Clive Warford might take a step, but I think Cook might, diminish that a little bit. But listen, Carr is a beast. Carr is a top 5 quarterback in the future. So why not this year? It's got to happen soon. Why not?
I love Derek Carr. I think he was an awesome pick. He's the reason why the Raiders are relevant now. He's the reason why players even like Marshawn Lynch probably wanted to come out of retirement to come play for the Raiders right now.
Calvin Johnson said it's who he wants to play for.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why. I can definitely see this happening. I definitely think he's a top 10 fantasy quarterback no matter what. But for my own bold statement a little bit right here, I think the more likely young quarterback to take this step, I can see Jameis Winston being top 5 quarterback this year.
Okay, I can see that too. Listen, this is no thing to any other quarterback. It's just they tie a lot in fantasy, like fantasy points. So there might be there might be 5 fantasy quarterbacks.
Oh,
Just they
yeah,
tie
but-
points. You know?
I mean, I don't think it's that far fetched to see Derek Carr as that. I mean, honestly, probably was just on pace at least to be like top 7 fantasy quarterback before the
I
injury
think he
and stuff
finished
like
at
that.
like 8 maybe.
Yeah, so I mean, I could definitely see it. With the weapons are there.
Yeah.
I'm one that stated before. I can see Amari Cooper definitely taking another step. I mean, as we talked about, the cornerbacks he goes up against are tough, but
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely could see it, no doubt.
I think you're going to see this next one too. We're going to definitely agree on this, and we've talked about him a lot.
You're gonna hear him a ton.
You're going to hear him probably every episode, at least one. We're going to make this a segment at least. Rex Burkhead talk.
Rex.
Rex Burkhead talk. I just think, who the hell knows what Belichick is thinking? 95% of the time.
We're on to Cincinnati.
So we're literally, everyone's saying, Mike Gilsey, he's going to be the starter. He's going to you're drafting this guy in the mid rounds. He's going to get all these touchdowns. Would it surprise anybody if Bill Belichick goes out here and starts and gives Rex Burkhead 20 carries against the Chiefs on Thursday?
This is why you're going to hear about him. You're going to hear about him a lot on here. We're calling this.
And he's in the slot. He's going to be valuable too with Edelman missing some time. And I mean, he does everything too. I mean, he's not an amazing running back. We're not going to sit up here and lie to you, but I just think for the right team, which it is the right team, perfect team for him. And it's just, I think he finishes as the Patriots' top running back, and I think all 4 of them could end up being valuable. I mean, Gilsey's probably going to get you about definitely over 5 touchdowns. I think staying healthy is his problem. Already has a little bit. He's already banged up a little bit.
Another reason why I like Rex so much.
And Dion gets banged up a little bit. James White I could see James White end up being the same as Rex, ends up being the top.
They're the same. Same type of running back.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to agree with this one.
I fully agree with the Rex. I mean, a big thing like people don't know is Rex got hurt in college at Nebraska and like was actually really, 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 really good before he got hurt, and then still decided to come to the NFL, and he just never really got his chance in Cincinnati until towards the end of last year, and actually did really, really good.
He's a point that Bengals fans know, like, how good he was.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I always thought, like, I actually literally called it in the offseason. I was like, watch, the Patriots, I guarantee you they go after this guy. He's just the perfect type of player for the Patriots, perfect type of guy for Tom Brady. I fully agree with that statement.
Yeah, we're just going to
You're going to hear about Rex every week.
Yeah, it's a segment now. It's just going to be a segment. And another person we talk about, I feel like every single week, or at least I talk about, is Martavis Bryant. I think Martavis finishes as the top 10 fantasy wide receiver. The talent is there. Absolutely no one's going to question that. The offense is there for him. The weapons, or the quarterback is there for him. And Big Ben, he has one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And the only problem you really can say about Martavis Bryant is the suspensions or an injury. And I think the suspensions are gone. He looks like he's in a much better place. And he also added 20 pounds of muscle, so he's got to be in the best shape of his life at least. And a few years ago, he was just a little skinny guy, just kind of like Deshaun Jackson tall. But if he really added 20 pounds of muscle, he's 6'4". He can get some red zone touches. And he's going to be able to jump ball some. And obviously, he can take the top off the field. He's going to run right past a lot of people. I just think the offense is going to be crazy, and it's just going to be – the sky's the limit for that offense. And I think he finishes as a top 10 wide receiver.
No, I mean, I actually agree with this. I think it's going to be really tough for defenses to stop all that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If they all stay healthy the whole year, I'm not sure how you do it, to be honest.
I don't either.
Not sure how you stop that offense. The one thing with this, though, and say, like, this bold statement does come true, is I think you might see a little dip in Antonio Brown's catches, though.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I mean, not much. I still think Antonio Brown's top 10 wide receiver as well.
Yeah, same for Bell. I mean, I don't think his points – I think it could ultimately help both of them that their offense becomes what everyone thinks of. If you're thinking of a Madden team, this is literally the perfect Madden team.
Yeah, because nobody wants to play defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's trying to play defense.
And you can't stop all 4 of them. You can stop Bell, then they're just going to go to Antonio Brown. You stop Antonio Brown.
I would hate to be in the Cleveland Browns defense.
Yeah, you guys got to play him twice, man.
Yeah, we do.